A few miles from St Mawes, hidden away beside a tidal creek, lies St Just-in-Roseland Church, set in what has been described as the most beautiful churchyard on earth. St Just Creek is a sheltered inlet off the Carrick Roads, the broad natural harbour between the Roseland Peninsula and Falmouth. The church lies low in the valley, on the water's edge, rather than at the heart of the village. That gives it a very different character from many Cornish churches. It feels secluded, almost part of nature, with the tide, boats and trees all parts of the setting. Before you even reach the church, the walk down through the gardens sets the tone. The paths twist steeply between palms, ferns, old gravestones and glimpses of stone walls through the leaves. There is a somewhat subtropical feel here, which is quite typical of Celtic Arctic Cornwall. Much of the churchyard's character dates from the 19th century, with the exotic planting and winding paths attributed to the church's Victorian vicar, Clement Carlyle. Along the paths are old graves, granite stones carved with biblical texts, with brief glimpses of the church through the greenery. At the foot of the gardens, the church finally comes into full view. The church is built on the site of a 6th century Celtic chapel, but this has been a sacred place long before the present building took shape. Local legend has it that Joseph of Arathemere landed here with his young nephew, Jesus, before heading on to Glastonbury Abbey. It is said that there is a stone by the creek onto which Jesus stepped from his boat, inscribed with carvings yet to be deciphered. True or not, it isn't hard to see why the site was chosen. Sheltered water, a quiet valley, and a natural sense of beauty. The church standing here today is mainly medieval, with the present building dating back to the 13th century. Inside, the atmosphere becomes quieter still. The interior is simple and insolent, with soft light, old wood, stone arches and small details that reward a slower look. St Just-in-Roseland is not a long visit, but it's one of the Roseland's must-see locations. It combines an ancient sacred site, a pretty medieval church, luxuriant subtropical planting on one of the most beautiful settings in Cornwall. For anyone exploring St Mawes, the Fal Estuary or the wider Roseland Peninsula, St Just Church is well worth the short detour.